Hi, I'm Jay Papazan. Welcome to the negotiation segment of the Buyer Mastery Series. We're going to highlight some common negotiation challenges and demonstrate some tried and true tactics for resolving them. In these examples, you'll notice that the negotiators go through the process with a positive win-win approach, which is a major message in this course. Remember, the outcome should always be about your client's needs and goals, not yours. Price is more often than not a sticking point when it comes to making a deal. Agents often have to negotiate with their own clients before they can negotiate on their behalf.
Okay, so you want to go 360?
360, I think that's fair. Yeah.
That's it, huh?
360.
Okay, well, we'll tell Matt then.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey Jim, hey Peggy, it's Matt.
Hey Matt.
Hi, Matt.
How are you?
Good.
We're doing good.
Good, well we're getting ready to put your offer together and we need to firm up the purchase price. I know you had some concerns about that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, we decided on 360.
360.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that for just a moment. You know, it's the total package that the seller is going to evaluate. It's the purchase price and the terms. You know, the home's listed at $395. You're asking for a closing cost assist of $5,000. Plus, you want to do inspections and some other things that are important to you. I think we need to find the win-win here somewhere. So maybe if we started with an offer price of $375 and asked for your closing cost of $5,000, you know, then that's an offer of about $370, really, at the end of the day. Gets you closer to where you want to be, Peggy, but maybe more serious consideration from the seller. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay. All right, that sounds good, Matt.
Okay, great. We'll start there and we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Hello?
Hi, Linda. Matt Fedek from Keller Williams. How are you today?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, I've got some really good news for you. The customers that I showed your listing to on Main Street have decided to put together an offer.
Great. On Main Street?
Yes, you're listing on Main Street. They're really excited about this.
Well, of course, Matt, you know price is always important, right?
I do. Hey, besides price, what other things are important to them? As I put this offer together, I want to see how I can find the win-win for everyone.
Well, them being able to move in about 90 days is important, so timing is very important. And again, always price is always important. So what do you think you'll be bringing, Matt?
You know, I'm not sure yet. We haven't actually finalized that, but we will certainly do the best we can to bring an offer that will work for everyone, and we'll keep that 90 days in the back of our minds.
Great. Are they qualified to buy this house, Matt?
Yes, they are. They're pre-approved and ready to go.
Okay. Will they be going FHA or conventional?
Not sure yet. Everything's on the table, but we should be able to get that everything tidied up this afternoon and that offer over to you.
When will you be bringing that over?
Later this evening.
Great. I'll look forward to it. And by the way, Matt, we've had lots of activity on that property, so I just wanted to let you know in case something else comes in.
Great. Thanks for the heads up, and I'll look forward to working with you.
Great. You too, Matt. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Take care.
Hey, Brian and Tawny, I'm so excited we have an offer on your property.
That's great. Good.
The offer is $375 with $5,000 in seller's concessions.
Oh,
That's lower than we wanted to
can't
go.
do that.
Yeah, I know it's a lot lower than you guys wanted to go, so why don't we do this? Why don't we counter back and split the difference, and we'll also take out the $5,000 in seller concessions. Would that be all right?
Oh, yeah. That'd be much better.
Yeah, I think we could go ahead and try that. Yeah.
Great. Hey, Matt, this is Linda McKissick.
Hi, Linda. How are you today?
Great. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks.
Hey, listen, I just want to tell you, thank your clients for liking the property enough to bring us an offer. And I noticed on there that your buyers were asking for $5,000 in closing assistance. Is that something that's a must or just something they'd like to have?
Well, you know, Linda, I think anything's open to discussion. However, after meeting with the lender and looking at all their options, it seems that the best thing they might do is retire some other debts, some student loans, and use the seller assist towards our closing costs.
Okay, well, it sounds like it might be something they need to keep their ratios in line.
It would. It would certainly help make sure that we've got a really secure deal for everyone.
So it might be something that's a key, important part of all this then, right?
Absolutely. I think after, as I've discussed this with them, we think this is an important part of their offer.
Okay, well, I noticed one of the other things is, I know that's what's important to my sellers, that they're gone within 90 days, but they can't close before 60. So how flexible are your buyers going to be on the closing date?
Well, you know, their goal is to be in before the school season starts again. So if we can make that work, I think the closing date could be flexible.
So of the 3 points, is there anything that's most important here? I mean, like the sales price or the closing assistance or the closing date? Is there any one thing that they're just adamant about?
Well, I think as we've just discussed, that the closing cost assistance is pretty much a must. I think our offer is fair on the purchase price based on our review of the comparables. So I would say our most flexible option here is going to be a change in closing date. Other than that, I think the other two are pretty much where we expect them to be.
Well, Matt, we'll be getting that counteroffer back to you this afternoon. Would you like for me to fax that over, or would you like for me to have a courier bring it to you?
You know what, Linda, just send it over by fax, and that way I can get back to you faster.
Okay, great. We'll get that to you this afternoon.
Okay, great. I look forward to working with you. Thanks.
When negotiating for closing costs on behalf of your seller, keep in mind that closing costs are only one of the cards you have to play. They are one way to negotiate and not the only way. Keep your eye on the bottom line at all times, how much money your sellers can net from the transaction. Let's take a look.
Hey, Jim. Hi, Peggy. It's Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, I just had a chance to speak with the seller's agent. They're excited to receive your offer. A couple things they want to confirm on. How important is the closing cost assistance to you? Do you need that $5,000 credit?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
we have to have that.
Yes.
Okay, even if that means we have to give somewhere else, is that the most important priority to you, is to have that money?
Yeah, we can't do.
think
Yeah,
so.
we have to have that.
Okay, great. Well, as the negotiations move forward, we might have to give somewhere else, but let me see what we can do here on the other side.
Okay.
Great.
All right, I'll give Linda a call and let you know what happens next.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Brian and Tony, after talking to the other agent, it looks like that those seller concessions are going to be a real important issue for the buyers, even to the point that it may be part of what they're going to need for their loan approval. So what I'd like for you guys to do is maybe just consider this, that really it isn't so much what we do as far as concessions, it truly is what you guys net. Would you agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and present the offer as it is, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that that could be coming, and I'll get that over to the other agent, and then I'll let you know as soon as we get something back. So I'll be back in touch, okay?
Okay, that's
thanks.
fine.
Hello?
Hey, Linda, it's Matt from Keller Williams. How are you?
Great, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. Hey, we've gotten your counteroffer. I want to thank you for working so hard to get that to us. And I've had a chance to meet with my buyers. After reviewing your offer, the one thing that we're a little concerned about still is the purchase price and the assist. Your counteroffer of $380 with no seller assist or closing cost help, it's not going to work for us. Unfortunately, the price is just a little bit too high, and without that assist, it doesn't work.
So you're saying that maybe the closing cost is a whole lot more important issue than we maybe thought before?
Yeah, you know, now that we've come to this point, I think it is, especially at this higher price.
Well, the odds are, Matt, if if they're going to have to pay closing costs, then they're going to be a whole lot less willing to pay anything that comes up on the inspection. At the end of the day, bottom line, it really is what the seller nets, and so the more they have to pay for in the transaction, then obviously the less that they're going to net. So anyway, let's just see what we can do.
Yeah, thanks, Linda. I appreciate that. And just to let you know, we're only looking for the majors in the inspections. We're not looking to nickel and dime and make it the perfect home. I'm sure we can find the win-win between the purchase price and the inspections that will work for everybody.
Okay, well, just shoot it over to me. Let me see what I can do. I'll meet with them first thing in the morning.
Great. Thanks so much, and look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
There are many situations that can come up during negotiations. In the next few segments, we'll demonstrate some common examples. The terms of a contract can often be just as important as the price offered. Unusually long or short closing and response times may be a deal breaker.
Brian and Tony, your counteroffer came back exactly like we expected it, with the $5,000 in seller concessions for the buyer. The good news is the other agent said that they're not really looking for a lot of stuff for you to have to pay for on the inspection. In other words, they're not going to nitpick us to death when it comes time for those repairs. Unless there's something major, we shouldn't have any more concessions that we have to make in there. Okay. There is a little bit of a glitch, however, in the fact that you guys had mentioned that you couldn't be out before 60 days, and they actually need to be in about 45 days. So is there any flexibility or anything we could do there on you being able to allow them to get into the property before 60 days?
Well, we're out of town really close to that 60 days, so we wouldn't have time to kind of pack up and move everything, and
Can't do it. Yeah.
45 days is too close.
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go back and see if there's a little bit of flexibility on the other side on what's even actually causing that 45-day time frame that they have. Okay. So what I'll do is get back with the other agent, and then I'll be in touch with you guys. Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Great.
Great. Thanks. Hey, Matt. This is Linda McKissick. How are you doing?
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Great. Hey, it looks like we're going to get this thing worked out. What do you think?
I think so. It sounds like we've come pretty close.
Well, I sure hope so. Hey, I noticed when the counter came back that you had us closing in 45 days. And I think I mentioned to you that the sellers, you know, they just really can't close before 60 days. They just physically aren't going to be in the area, and it's just not possible for them to be able to close until, you know, after 60 days.
Okay, seems like we have a little bit of a dilemma. My clients really need the 45 and yours need the 60. Let me tell you, the 45 is important for us, even though they wanted to get in by the end of the school year. It really has to do with their lease and when their lease expires.
So it sounds like they have a lease that's expiring and they've given notice and they have to get out.
Yes, that's true. They do need to get moving, and quite frankly, it's the financial aspect of it that has them a little bit concerned.
What's the actual expense going to be? Do we know what the cost is going to be to them?
I do. Their lease is about $1,100 a month. Is what it would cost them to extend that lease.
So half of that would be about $550 then.
Yes, if we went beyond that 45 days to the 60, half of that month's rent. That's right.
Okay.
And you know, right now, Linda, as we talk about it, I'm sure they're going to be worried about paying that cash. It's, you know, as we've gotten closer to this transaction, we're a little concerned about how much money they're going to have left over, and that's really the outstanding issue.
Okay, so it's going to be about another $550 out of my seller's pocket. I'm pretty sure they'll go for it, but let me talk to them and see.
Oh, great. If your clients might be willing to help out with that, maybe we could really keep this whole thing together for everyone. Okay,
I'll let you know.
Good. Thank you.
You too, Matt. Bye-bye. Brian and Tony, I found out from the other agent that the buyer's actually in a lease, and that's why they can't give you that extra 2 weeks that you guys need so that you can be out of town and change that closing date. So let me ask you a question. Would you guys be willing, I know you really want to be out of town, you don't want to have to rush back, would you guys be willing to maybe, their rent's about $1,100 a month, and so we thought, you know, half of that for 15 days would be about $550. Would it be worth it to you guys to go ahead and be able to be out of town and not give them possession right away and maybe pay that $550 for them?
Well, we already gave them the $5,000 in concessions. Isn't that enough?
Well, you know, I understand that it really feels like down here at the bottom, it feels like you're kind of getting nickeled and dimed dead to death. I certainly appreciate that. But, you know, we have had quite a few people through the property, and those people didn't even make us an offer. So I think, you know, really to our best interest would be to try to work something out with these guys. And, you know, for $550, you can have the peace of mind of being out of town and get those extra 2 weeks to get back and not have to pack and move out while you're gone.
Yeah.
It's worth
Think
it.
we can do it? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
worth it.
Okay.
Great. Well, I'll get back with the other agent and I'll be in touch, but it looks like we're going to have a deal.
Great.
Okay,
Thanks.
great. Thank you.
Everything is up for negotiation until the deal is done, and common conveyances such as appliances or decor can become a sticking point. If your clients feel that they have already made generous concessions, they may dig in their heels over relatively small points. So be careful. This is a dangerous moment. Your job is to put things back into perspective for your client. The next example wouldn't necessarily happen in the context of the negotiation we've been playing out, but it does happen quite frequently. Keep in mind that it all depends on the seller. The seller may offer to pay for the whole item or split the price. Let's watch as Linda McKissick uses one of our map scripts.
But the chandelier is a family heirloom. We'd really like to keep it.
I understand that. I know how important the chandelier is to you guys. Let me ask you this. What about if we gave the buyer a concession of about $500 or so to go back towards them, maybe replacing the chandelier with something that they may like or they may want to pick out?
I don't know.
Think about it, guys. Is it really worth losing a $300,000 sale over a $500 concession?
No.
And you get to keep your family heirloom and keep your chandelier.
Yeah, I want to keep it, please.
You know what? Let's do the 500 and move on with your life. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay. Okay.
Great. Hey, Matt, this is Linda McKissick.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Great. Hey, I'm just trying to get this chandelier issue worked out, trying to keep it from costing us a deal. This chandelier has kind of been in the seller's family for generations, so it's a real sticky point and something they're real adamant about. What are your thoughts?
I know we're so close, and I hate for this to be a sticking point, but it is a big deal for my buyers. You know, they're emotionally attached to it in a sense. They saw and made an offer on that home based on the way it looked. So they're now emotionally tied in, just like your sellers are.
I know that age can't be replaced in something like a chandelier, but I'm almost positive I've seen replicas of something that looks very similar to that one for, I'd say, around $1,200 to $1,500. If I could get the sellers to pay half of that, do you think that's something that your buyers might be okay with?
Gosh, it's something good to talk about. Like I said, their concern is not having enough cash to decorate the home and make it look and feel the way that it did when they went and bought it. So I think that would be a great starting place, and if we could make that a win-win for everybody, that would be great.
Great, I'll work on that.
Good, thanks so much, Linda.
You too, Matt, thank you.
The post-inspection offer can be like starting over again with a new offer. Follow the same procedures as you did with the original offer, but be on the lookout for solutions and do everything you can to keep the deal alive.
The air conditioning doesn't work.
Well, okay.
It doesn't work.
It's not cold.
Well, it doesn't work like it should, and I really think that they should fix it or replace it.
Okay, so when we talk to Matt, we should tell him we either needed to have it fixed or replaced.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Okay.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, have you had a chance to look over your home inspection report?
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Great. Well, we need to respond to the sellers. What do you think we need to do?
Well, we think the air conditioner should be replaced or repaired because it's not cold enough.
Yeah, I remember him talking about that. Is that something you wanted them to resolve?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, let me give the seller's agent a call, and let's see if we can get that fixed for you.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks,
Okay,
Matt.
talk to you soon.
Hello?
Hey, Linda, it's Matt. How are you today?
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Hey, yesterday we had our home inspections, and I'm about to send you a copy of the inspection report, but I wanted to run something past you.
What's that?
The home inspector found that the air conditioning is not cooling correctly, and my clients are very concerned about that.
So what are your clients thinking about this?
Well, they want the home to be ready for move-in, and part of that would be making sure that the HVAC systems function correctly. So I think they really want it repaired or replaced.
I hear what you're saying, Matt. I feel like I need to remind the buyers that we've come down to $380 on this house, and we've given $5,000 towards, seller concessions of paying the buyer's closing costs. We've contributed to a chandelier, and we've even paid a portion of the buyer's rent to extend their lease. So, I really feel like we've gone as far as we can go on this.
Gosh, I appreciate that, and I know that you and your clients have worked hard to find that middle ground for everybody, and I really do appreciate it. But again, it always comes back to the dollars for us, and they're very concerned about moving in and having the system break down and not having the financial ability to repair it.
I hear what you're saying on that, Matt. I'm just, I'm searching for an answer here to a solution to this. I guess maybe what we could do is, I could ask the sellers if they'd be willing to maybe contribute a home warranty on this, and in that way, maybe the buyers could feel good that if they feel like it's not cooling once they get in the home, that the home warranty would pick up and take care of either repairing or replacing it.
Sure, you know what, that might be a great common ground. It's something I can certainly take back to them. It sounds like a really good alternative. So let me give them a call and see if that would work for them.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Bye-bye. Brian and Tawny, we did get our inspection report back that we were waiting for, and everything looked great. There was just one little minor issue, and that had to do with the buyer feeling like the air conditioner wasn't really cooling to the level that they felt like it should. Actually, the home inspector brought it up, and they felt like it just wasn't cooling to the level that it should be cooling at. And so my thought was, what about if we offer a home warranty? I know we had talked about that early on. So what if we put a home warranty in place to cover that issue? That way, if there is something about to go wrong with the air conditioner or they have an issue, then you guys will kind of have that extra peace of mind knowing that it was taken care of, and so will the buyer.
Okay, that's
Cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, and it's worth it to have that peace of mind. We kind of talked about that early on. So great, well, looks like we're going to the closing table.
great.
Great.
Always end on a good note and share positive comments. Be sure to make the deal a win-win for both sides and reinforce that at the end of the call.
Hey, Matt, it's Linda McKissick.
Hey, Linda, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Hey, I'm really excited. We finally have a win-win solution. My sellers were really excited that your buyers were willing to take a home warranty instead of having that air conditioner replaced. So I appreciate your hard work on that.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure working with you. I really do appreciate your hard work on all the sticky situations we had, and I really look forward to working with you in the future.
Great, Linda. Thanks so much. I'll see you at closing, and go list another house so I can get it sold for you.
Hey, I'll do that this afternoon. Thank you, Matt.
Alrighty, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Whether your clients accept or counter the offer, you will almost certainly end up conducting negotiations, either before or after the inspections. There are several strategies you can employ to make sure your clients get what they need. Let's take a look.
Be courteous and professional, even if no one else is. Detach yourself from the outcome. Focus on your client's goals. Gather as much information as possible. Give away as little information as possible. Explain where your clients come from. Never badmouth your clients. Keep a concession in reserve. Keep the process going. Look for a win-win deal.
For KW Connect, I'm Jay Papazan. Thanks for joining us for the negotiation segment of the Buyer Mastery Series.